Done. Ha ha ha! Now you can hear me. Aleš, say something?
Something.
Ah, perfect. Okay. I was expecting something to go wrong, but not this soon. This is the price you pay for me turning the stream on time. Anyways, hello guys, I'm sorry for that, but I'm sure you're used to it after all these streams. So let's just give everyone a few minutes to show up, and in the meantime, I think we could go over the follow-up questions from last time. If you're okay with that, Aleš? Did Aleš freeze just for me? Or um Aleš, are you okay? What is happening? He literally froze. You guys scared him. Uh, Before Aleš uh, hopefully unfreezes, I can tell you that the custom scenarios, there isn't many. There's like five, I think. Uh, Ekwe, who is responsible for these, said that around five scenarios. He wasn't completely sure, but yeah, we're currently working on the new ones, so they should be there sometime after the update.
Hey, I'm back.
Aleš is back. Welcome.
Yeah, my internet connection dropped
I
for
thought I thought we
for a few
scared you
seconds.
with the follow-up questions. I was like, can you give us some follow-up? And you froze and just disconnected.
Yeah, actually, today we had a call with someone, and Philip, our programmer, he asked them a question, and like we didn't see the person, the connection still stayed, but and there was like a long silence, so we thought like we maybe um, said something inappropriate, that the question was out of place. And when it was like 10 seconds, we began to wonder if we really like crossed some line, and then we realized that the person was not online anymore.
Oh
So
no,
yeah, that was fun.
that's great. Okay, that
Okay,
happens.
sorry. Yeah, now I can hear you. So let's get on with the questions.
Okay, the follow-up questions. Anything you now want to answer more than no comment? For bosses, teleporting, creators club, new biomes, larger tech tree, plans for changing blueprints, exploration tiers, the feeling of exploration.
Yeah. Uh, it's not that I wouldn't want to, but the people responsible for these features, I just don't want to. Let's say they spend some time working on that, some substantial time. So I think it's probably best if we introduce it in a like each of these bigger things in its own dev diary, where they can see like people's like players' reactions and they can comment on it. So yeah, like just wait a little bit longer. I think in the upcoming weeks we will start talking about
Mic
them
off.
uh,
Mic on.
one by one. And actually, it's the data log for this version is coming soon, so the release is getting nearer as well. So yeah, just I think within like 3 or 4 next dev diaries, we will reveal everything.
Nice. So you just have to wait, guys. So next time, no question like this. Okay, can we have an automated smelter? We talked about it last time, and I think there was some.
Uh, Yes, we will. I've looked into it, and we will implement some improvements for that. I can see. I tested it. I never actually smelled it like more things uh, at the same time, like a huge number of things. But I imagine that when you do that, it can get annoying pretty quick. So yeah, we'll definitely do something about it. It shouldn't be that difficult.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I was
Oh
just
yeah, we have the sounds now.
yeah, the sounds, but you can't hear them because you know
Uh,
you need to have the stream muted. Alkanok pointed that out last time they were playing applause and you didn't hear it, so I was the only one who enjoyed it.
yeah, cool.
I mean, I have no problem with that, but okay. Why were some receipts removed, like most of the guns?
Oh yeah, actually, I asked about it, and this went like this happened a longer time ago, like a half year ago, and it happened when we started changing the difficulty so that it would be spread over several tiers uh, of over several types of islands, and some of the more powerful weapons were removed from, like, the recipes of them were removed, and instead they were placed in random encounters. So that's like they are not um and actually that's one of the things that I think it's safe to say that uh it, again, this will I think I think I can talk about it a little bit. Eventually it will have its own dev diary, but we are making some changes to crafting, and we want to make it so that some things you just like have to find in random encounters by exploring, especially recipes, because we want to make the experience a little bit different for everyone else.
Hmm.
And so we will get to that later. I guess like within like in 2 weeks, but I think it will become more obvious than what our plan is with these things.
Okay, cool. Like, just to follow up on this, I know that some of them, like, it is possible that you can't find some of them in random encounters. This was the answer we got from the person that was redistributing these weapons and hiding the recipes, but there is a lot of a lot of things to go through, and we will make sure that they can be found in those random encounters. So if some of them aren't there, make sure to like point them out when in some list or something, and we can definitely check that. Okay, next question. uh, can we change how the rope ladders are placed on the ship by default?
Yeah. Again, something that I understand. I I see that it can be um oh well, again, the word is annoying when you are trying to build something and the positioning of the ladders doesn't really fit what your plans are. The reason why we always why the hull starts with already placed ladders is so that someone doesn't place the ship on in water and then they wouldn't be able to get on top of it. But I understand that this can be this can this is not always the case. I mean, players don't always want to have this, so we will be. I have it in my list for the update dedicated to sea traveling and water stuff. So we will look into this as well and do some changes.
Okay, cool. Next question is why isn't the machine gun in exploration if it's too overpowered? And we kind of got to, the conclusion that it probably was originally thought to be like too powerful to add to the game, right, Aleš?
Yeah,
Yeah, so
that's,
it
uh,
might appear there in the future, hopefully.
yeah. As I said, we'll be changing some things with the exploration getting, I'd say, a little bit expanded, or the or probably like the better what we want to do is to uh, give players more uh, like incentivize them to explore more. So uh, I think they will be finding more recipes, more objects, more weapons, more armor. So I can really see how this uh, we can how this would fit in in these plans.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Okay, so this ends the follow-up questions, which is cool. And next up are vendors. So first question: can we change it so the vendors can only be killed by the person that placed them or the owner of the map? I have.
Uh, yeah. Just before I get to that, I see that Oknok asked or said that you can place a ladder while you're swimming. That is true. You can do that, but the features how we implement them are, let's say, like friendly for like the first time users, like for players that actually came to the game like right now. They build something, and we this was based on some feedback that we got from the players who had no idea. Like they thought that they would at least be able to climb on the ship right away, and they just put something in the water and couldn't get on top of it. So that's why we did this. And this is always question of balance. So I can see why for someone else this can be uh, inconvenient. Yeah, so we'll do something about it. And back to your question, uh, can we change it so that the vendors can only be killed by the person that plays them? Uh, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, because
Um,
someone could kill your hardly earned vendor.
yeah.
Okay,
I'm
so
just yeah, I'm wondering if it if it's necessary to like specifically uh have this setting with this vendor, or if it shouldn't be something like if it wouldn't be enough just to like set the whole zone that you can't like kill anyone. But okay, now that I think about it, it probably would yeah, right. PvE. Yeah, makes sense.
when will we get PvE?
PvE. Uh, you mean like uh
I thought you froze again.
yeah. Yeah, no, this is not like my brain froze. Uh PvE, I mean, yeah, that's probably for a longer yeah. I usually try at least to breathe, even though even when I'm like my brain stops working, I try to at least make sure that the my life functions are still going on. So yeah, probably it would be best to ask about this because I honestly I don't know if some of the designers don't have some plans with this, and I wouldn't want to talk about this unless I ask them first. So yeah, let's talk about this in 2 weeks.
Cool. Can I have the gold pebbles back when I kill a vendor?
I think that's isn't it uh like pretty much telling players that they should be killing vendors? Like is
Easy
I
money.
think that yeah, I think that would be a little bit too much. I
I-
personally I like things like putting these buckets over vendors' heads in Skyrim. It was really cool, and stealing the stuff, but just killing the vendors to get the money feels not really fitting in the whole islands,
I mean, you already
theme.
spent the money for him to like move in, so
Oh yeah, I mean, like, think of the poor vendor. I don't know if you guys are watching the Dirt League, Viva la Dirt League videos. But if you do, I'm pretty sure you know how difficult vendors' life can be. So yeah, let's just leave them alone.
Yeah, Spirit is writing that he kills the vendors if he doesn't like the outfit, but we talked
Oh,
about the
yeah,
possibility
yeah.
of.
That's the problem that with us not giving creators or creators players option to select the outfit. So yeah, that's on our list. Uh, to be honest, it's not very high on the list because this is more of a this is not like game breaking or anything. This is like cosmetical stuff, but hopefully we'll get to that soon. Well, soon,
Also,
like
I
soon,
have
soon when it comes to features that are not that important.
Also, guys, I've seen your stashes of items. Don't tell me you don't have enough to kill one vendor after another and like not financially recover from that. I think you will be okay. Okay, can the vendors
That's not really how we like saw this feature being used, but yeah.
like practice targets? Okay, can the vendors also have the bundles like the traders? Because the traders are selling the like color bundle and stuff like that, in which you like receive, like all the pigments, for instance, or something like that.
I don't see why not. I think that could. I don't really can't think of any reason why they wouldn't be able to have the bundles as well.
Okay,
So yeah, we'll put it in our list.
cool. Next up is exploration.
Hmm.
Okay, what is going on with the random encounters and traders?
I think I'm gonna need a little bit more context on this.
Honestly, I have no idea, to be honest. Can you give us explain the bug? Um, How do I explain the bug? Like, do you mean my fail of my pyramid and other Egypt encounters spawning in Tundra? I thought we are not gonna tell Aleš about it. He wasn't
What?
supposed to. He wasn't supposed to know.
Okay,
Oh
now
yeah,
I need to know.
no, I just I added in the last update. I added 5 new encounters. Those were my first encounters I ever added, and I accidentally added one more biome to that. So now you're walking through like a field of snow and like freezing, and you out of nowhere you see an Egypt encounter, which is very cool if you think about it. That could once be a desert. So it's not much of a fail, but that's not what she was asking about. That there was a problem with bigger encounters not spawning. That's true.
Oh, hmm. I mean, like not spawning, like not spawning at all, or
No,
being somehow like
uh, I,
buried in terrain.
I think it was something like I think I talked to Equa or someone, and I think it was something about our like the settings. The way they were set up is that our islands are not generated big enough for them to like think that it is a viable space to spawn or something
Oh,
like that.
okay. Yeah. I don't really like this is the first time I'm hearing of this, so Naru probably knows more. Uh,
Yeah. Equa already knows about this, and they are solving the issue. I have no idea, honestly, if it was already solved, but like either way, it should be fixed in 1.7. So I don't think we could fix this like before the update.
yeah, I mean, like the thing is that when I don't know about something that players are complaining about, it doesn't mean that we are ignoring it. But there are like I mean, there are people who do this for living, actually, like searching for your feedback and telling it to designers like Nikki, and actually some of the designers do it as well. So there are actually many things that I don't know about. I would love to know everything, but it's not possible. And yeah, so I'm sorry about that. Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know. There
Okay,
are some things I don't even want to know. Like there are literally bugs that I wish someone like no one would tell me about.
just to protect you from the harsh reality.
Yeah, yes.
Aw, you don't have the cheat. I always forget that you don't have my amazing cheats in the exploration. No, okay. Why can't you make the starting island a share game?
Yeah, that's again actually there are more reason to that than one. But the let's say like some of the steps or measures that we take may sound like a little bit weird to players that are, I don't know, I would say hardcore or seasoned or that have been playing islands for a longer time. But for what we're trying to do is always to sort of, and again I'm getting back to what I already said. We're trying to think of players who are new to the game, and if you give people something that like before they are ready for that, many times they can use it in a way that like backfires. So if we had this sort of feedback uh, that when we the thing is that your initial islands is a place where we know that players can be spawned anytime anything bad happens in the game, like whenever you go to an island and it ceases to exist, or there's a problem with multiplayer game, you can always get back, and it's meant to be like your safe place. And we thought that um, like making it easier for people or easy for people to like share these games, uh, share these islands, would probably end up with them like inviting people that may or may not be their friends, and they could do some damage to the island. And this being like your
Safe
like the
place.
only safe place that you have, this probably could be a problem. So this is a, let's say, temporary solution which might go away once we see how people are like using this, once we know that we haven't overlooked something. Because it would really suck if through some actions someone would, you know, in good faith, let some people just like destroy the only thing that we know is like their safe place.
It's a safe place. Okay, no,
Yeah, and
I
and
think it
the
makes
and the,
sense.
and the starter island is indeed a more of a tutorial, and there will actually be a proper tutorial in 1.8.
Oh, cool. I did not know about that, to be honest. Now, but seriously, but like someone could build around your spawn point, and then you would have no way of escaping. Now, okay, let's move on. Uh, Sounds. Can we make the Islandium refinery sound less loud and less obnoxious? Spirit likes the second sound. Oknot hates it. Oh, Oknot hates it. Let's
Yeah,
leave.
sure. I mean, we have obviously a sound designer, and I think he will be more than happy to hear any kind of feedback. And this is the whatever is related to sound, unless it's something like a whole new audio system that would, I don't know, do something super cool that we haven't
Yeah,
done
it's true.
before. When it's simply, uh, let's say, tweaking some sounds, replacing them, making new ones. that's always quite easy. So yeah, we'll put it on our list, and I think it not not probably in 1.7, but definitely in 1.8. This is something that we can have.
Yeah, the second question is if we can change the charging station noise. And it is also very
Yeah,
annoying, and that's true. And yeah, so
yeah. Like, feel free to keep sending us everything that you don't like about the sounds. We don't really get a lot of such feedback, and again, our artists, I mean, like sound artists or sound designers, would be only happy to get some feedback.
cool. Okay, it is all over the forum, says Alkanog. Ah, Nikki. I like that we have a community manager again. Ah, it's great. Okay, next question. Can you allow the player to use the demolition hammer on ship hulls and car chases? Currently, it doesn't work.
Uh, Let me think. You mean like a way of like easily destroying them?
Yeah.
I don't see why it shouldn't be possible. I think this
Uh,
probably, I wouldn't call it a bug, but maybe just like an omission that we haven't thought of this.
no,
So,
I think the problem with the ships. Well, I honestly I don't know, but like if you meant
oh,
outside
yeah, there
of
was
the
something like that you could like, oh, I know. Like, was it something that you could uh when you were trying to hit something on the ship, you would instead hit the ship itself and like destroy it as a whole? Wasn't it this? Because I remember we had this discussion and there was something complaining that they accidentally destroyed the whole ship. So
that's
maybe
possible.
this was done to prevent this.
Oh, it's a separate. Hmm. Okay, I really don't know what the problem is there. Like if there is no real issue that we don't, know about right now. All right, so you want to use the demolition hammer to quickly get rid of the ship. Ah, okay. So yeah, Aleš, this is just about that they can't remove the hull of the ship easily.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we can probably easily, I guess, detect if there's anything on it or not, and if there isn't anything, then we can remove it. I
Yeah.
guess that could be done probably. Still need to discuss it with our programmers, but yeah, sure, makes
I
sense.
think these should be destructible. That would be a really
Yeah, we should.
really good thing. Okay. Next one. You mentioned this in the dev diary, but please confirm. Will we be able to hold a torch and a weapon?
Yeah, this, well, I wouldn't say, I wouldn't go as far as to say you would be able to hold it like in your hand, but we will definitely come up with solution where the torch would be still active and you wouldn't have to you wouldn't have to like keep switching between them to see or to be able to both see around you and fight at the same time. So there will definitely be some solution. Actually, there's been like one of the suggestions, for example, from the design team was that we could maybe use the back slot that is reserved for backpack. I mean, not backpack slot that is reserved for propeller pack and stuff like that. And we don't really use this enough, so maybe we could put the torch there.
Hmm.
Yeah, and the flaming sword would be cool as well.
I remember that when I started, there was this. there were these helmets with crystals on them, and I really like them, and they were removed for some reason. But I really do miss them because I really liked it. It was like a wooden helmet with the crystals attached, and they were like glowing because it was made from glowing crystals. But it was so amazing. I have no idea why they were removed, to be honest.
Yeah, I would just like to point out that in the chat, Neru has just um, suggested solving the pet transportation issue
I mean,
by
right now you can't transport your horse to another island. And in case you'd want to bring him
yeah, and
with
like
you.
this would, I mean, just imagine the pain of like the horse that the horse like feels when you leave it behind. So you would
Exactly.
rather use a hammer.
I mean, it's a demolition hammer. Okay, that doesn't make it better, but I had a good intentions behind that. Okay, let's forget that I ever said this. Or we could solve it with the summoning pad that we're creating on the editor stream, so that you could summon your horses. Oh, it would be awesome. Okay, next question. Blah blah blah. Is there any way we can extend the duration of time before we get hungry?
Uh, yeah, I'm already looking into this. Uh, I this is something that I'm checking, and there's always problem with this that there are like two groups of people. Like one keeps saying this game is not like difficult enough, and it's not survival because you don't have to eat like often, and then there are others who feel that it should be let's say more casual, that it's not about the survival in the first place, which I think it's true. I think it's I'm leaning more towards uh like making this making people less hungry, or or for them to maybe um
Suffer.
let's let's say, yeah, once you, yeah, once you eat, so that it would take longer for you to be starving again. But yeah, I'm looking into it right now. Uh, I think we could maybe do something about it, but I it's been a long time since I last like tested it like intentionally, that I was like really trying out difficult like other like various things and see how difficult it was to survive. So yeah, we're looking into it.
Cool. Right. If I ate that many shashliks for real in a day, I would explode. Shashliks are good for you, man. It's meat. There's no way you would explode. It's good. You can never eat enough shashliks. I've never had shashlik in my life, by the way. Uh, can we get a rework for the ladders? They often give an error message about not having enough room or don't behave as expected. I think it would be cool if you could like just drag the ladder upwards like as much as you need to. That would be really amazing.
Yeah, I think this is actually there's already a task for this in our like task system. So I guess this is, I'm not sure, but maybe when we, since when we will be when we are doing some changes to ships and sailing, we will be definitely looking on at ship ladders, and it makes sense so that we do, when we do this, we maybe look at ladders as a whole. So yeah, I know that there are problems with that.
Okay. Is there any way we could maybe have the default color of the propeller pack a more neutral color, such as steel or light gray? Orange doesn't match exactly match everybody's outfit color choices. Hmm.
Hmm. Uh, Yeah, I mean, this is actually a good point. Um, I never thought of this. Yeah, I'll need to think about it a little bit. I mean, like definitely it's possible. The question is if we make, I don't know, two options, if it would be enough for everyone, or if even then some players would want more. So,
I think like the main
but
thing would be
yeah, haven't we talked about like it for it like the best way would be to
make it
like
completely colorable.
yeah,
Yeah, definitely. I think that was the issue with it reverting its color.
yeah.
Yeah, so I
Yeah,
think
I know we discussed it, and I think it's on the list already because I think we discussed it way back in during one of these streams.
yeah, definitely.
So yeah,
And I think Nikki said something about it as well afterwards, so
yeah.
we know about it. We're not gonna do anything. No, just okay. Um, can we have a librarian or stationery vendor? Someone that sells all the books, pens, pencils, quill and ink, paper, leather, parchment, etc.
Oh, that's a really nice idea.
I
Yeah,
like it.
yeah, makes sense.
So very good idea actually. I have no idea like how many different vendors we actually have. To be honest, do we have like five? Do you like know or you don't?
I,
Oh, nine. I think we should have more. Spirit is happy that we like his ideas. So we have to refuse the next one, Aleš. Whatever it is, it's from Spirit. Will we be able to control time duration on our personal maps on exploration in the future?
no,
Ha!
no, I'm just no. I think this is yeah. That's hmm. I don't really know. I think it would maybe create a world that would be a little bit like too unpredictable,
I
but
don't
at
like
the
it.
same time I can see how some islands could benefit from having shorter or longer uh daytimes. Um
Hmm.
yeah, that's
Like
probably
Arctic could have really long days.
yeah. I
I I,
mean,
I can see creating like different lengths for different zones that we have on the map. That would be cool.
mm, yeah, I'll discuss it with designers.
Okay. I think it would be too confusing if you would have the option in each of your maps to actually create this. Then you would like sail from map to map and it would differ so much. I don't think it would be like, eh. But yeah, let's talk about it. We will see. And
Yeah,
that
but
it
but but the truth is that once we let players uh put their or creators to put their own creation in exploration, which I think will be some kind of like a different zone or specific biome, then there definitely we wouldn't be limiting them with this. There I can surely see them setting any time speed they want.
okay, cool. Okay, I apparently missed some questions in the chat before. So, why do some items get removed from the game over time?
Uh, I think it's difficult to answer this like in since it's such a general question. Uh, because as I said, for the weapons, like some we were changing how the combat difficulty and and some other things like like resources distribution worked. So at that point, we removed some things, but I don't think this happens very often. If there's any specific items that you know that we've removed and you don't know why, uh, just tell us, and or Nikki, tell Nikki, and she should be able to let you know what the reason was.
I think
In what we try to do usually is, even if we, by the way, even if we remove some items from the game, what we do is we don't remove them from existing games. So what we do, we just like make them inaccessible. But if they are already in the world somewhere, so they should stay there. So it should never happen that you, oh yeah, catapults. Yeah, I'll get to that. Uh, if it's somewhere that you placed in your home, and for some reason we would want to remove it from the game, it would still stay there. And yeah, I mean, yeah, like you, like there's no, like you always remember everything.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. The catapults. We A lot of people on our team just really hated catapults. They felt they didn't really work properly. We we at some point we wanted them to be fun, and I don't know if you remember, there were times where you could just shoot goats with catapults, and then we ran into some technical issues with them. Uh, yeah, and they were not really done in a way that we that we considered, let's say, good enough. So we removed them. Hopefully, there are no plans for. As far as I know, there was this stage where, uh, when I became project lead, uh, where we sat around with designers and programmers, and we discussed what are the biggest issues that we see in the game, and we we talked about, what is it that we can fix and what would probably have to stay broken in some way for a long time. And for those things that would have to stay broken for a long time, we decided to remove them. Fortunately, it was mostly about catapults. I don't really recall anything this like important being removed. The seagulls were removed. There were actually two kinds of seagulls. First, there were those birds that just flew around, and or two types of birds that flew around, and they just like, uh, let's say, landed near you, and when you ran to them, they flew away. And then there were those seagulls that you could see, way up in the sky, just flying from one island to another. Those were removed because they were sort of, like a poor man's navigation at the time, where we didn't really show, where you when you couldn't see islands on the horizon. And once we implemented this, we removed those. With the flying birds that flew lower and that could land on the island, there was some technical issues. Uh, there was some issues similar to, I mean, not that it would look the same way, the behavior, but in its core, it was related to AI, and it was similar issue to what sharks had, and so they were removed as well. Hopefully, they will return. Sharks will definitely return. Uh, we are already uh, we already talked about about. I mean, if in some, uh, like general terms about update 1.9, where sharks should come back.
Okay, I think one more thing about the disappearing items. I know that Oknok mentioned bones, and I think some of the items were removed because it had to be like for the age restrictions, right? Like with the Peggy thing. Or am I
Uh,
mistaken?
yeah, the bones are this is actually a funny story. The bones were removed because
Uh,
we at some point when the game got to China, in China or in Asia, actually, not just in China, uh, the bones are seen as something, let's say, like I think I'm not really like sure. I wouldn't want to say anything that's not true, but I think they kind of like bring bad luck or something. And and because at that point we didn't have any control over what actually is in which version of the game, we remove those. uh but right now I don't see any reason why the bones wouldn't make it, wouldn't be returned. Yeah, it's a cultural thing. Actually, if you look at other games, for example, World of Warcraft, I don't know if it's still, if they still are doing it this way, but when they came to China, they just, what they did was they replaced all the bones in the game in Chinese version with loaves of bread. So so you enter the dungeon and there was like bread lying all around. So yeah, that was pretty fun. So that's not only us, but yeah, there's no really reason anymore for bones to be absent from the game.
cool. Okay, one more thing. I think we just skipped over that because you didn't react to it. The glowing helmet. Do you remember it and do you know why it was removed? Because I really do miss it.
I think it was removed at the time. Well, if I'm not mistaken, there was a time where the crystals emitted light, like real light, and not just this aura,
Mhm.
around them, which you can see, but it doesn't really shines.
Oh, but
Uh,
crystals are emitting light.
they
Yes. You can use
like a,
crystals to navigate through caves.
but the, really, but those are,
Yes.
they. I think they are not real lights. I think they are just like that. They are like, you see them in the dark. That's
No.
true.
No, yes, but you also see everything around it. Like it acts as a light source. Can you guys support me with this? Yeah, they emit light. Ha ha ha!
Really, I thought.
I knew something.
Okay, so maybe. Oh, okay. So maybe, yeah, I'm probably mistaken. So maybe we just
Yeah,
we
we
just
changed the
disabled
glowing
it
mushrooms.
for mobiles,
Yeah, that's possible. And we changed it
because
for
it was like, oh yeah, sorry, it was, it was for mobiles because it was so like to it consumed a lot of performance.
yeah, and we
So I
did
thought, so that yeah, so that isn't the case. So I don't really know. Yeah.
yeah. So if it's possible, it would be great because I think it would. It is a very stylish way to walk around with a light source. Plus, you have your hand free from the torch.
Yeah, I'll definitely look into it. I thought that I remember that we discussed uh like disabling the lights on crystals, and now I realize that that it indeed might have been just in the mobile version, but at the same time, yeah, I'll need to look into it. Yeah, I don't really know. Like, if it's if it's still emitting light on PC, then yeah, I don't see any reason. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll look into it.
Cool, cool, cool. Uh, what did I want to say next? That was one more question, but I forgot what it was. Oh yeah, if we can make a mast on the boat act as a ladder as well from Oknok. I think so you could look from the little thingy, round thingy up. But
I
I
think it's
think
called bird's nest,
yes,
maybe.
but I think it would make more sense to create
Oh,
some
crow's nest. Sorry, not
ah
bird's nest.
close enough. I think it
Yeah,
would make more sense to add like a new item that would, look at least like some kind of a rope that gets you up and not just like, look, it's a ladder.
yeah. I think, well, adding a ladder to that would be, or making it act as a ladder would probably be, uh, I mean, but if there weren't any animations, which there aren't any anyway when it comes to ladders, just let's say teleporting a player
Yeah.
up there probably shouldn't be. Yeah, just making it interactable. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, it makes sense, and it would be really nice.
Nice. Cool.
Okay,
Nice. I like it. We got a lot of positive things from Aleš today.
yeah, that's definitely something that we can try in 1.9 when we are improving the the sailing.
Yeah. Okay. One last question, and that is for me, as Oknok reminds me here. When are we getting our pots and pans? The as some of you might have seen on Discord, I'm working on a random encounter with the giants, stealing them, a bunch of them, so you can find them easily like that. But I was actually thinking of using this in a custom scenario instead of just, the random encounter with the two golems, because it won't always fit the environment and it wouldn't be so pretty if it got generated somewhere. So I think it will only be in the custom scenario, but there will be a lot of them, I promise. There will be like a whole stash of them. Unless your nickname is Oknog, then it locks and just destroys itself. I mean, it's, it's not my fault. Aleš told me to do it.
What?
Oh, so
Okay.
so it will check for spirit. Okay, cool. Thanks for
Oh
betraying
yeah, by
him.
the way, I see that Oknok said that if we disable the light for crystals,
Yeah, she's rebelling.
yeah, she's rebelling. Yeah, please don't worry. Like, it's not that we are disabling them. It was just like me, uh, not not knowing something.
Yeah, I'm,
So
I'm
this is not happening.
I'm using them all the time as light sources. When I did like the Christmas lights and stuff like that, I always like spawn a bunch of these underground, so it gives the illusion of them actually emitting light. The so yeah, I know this one thing. Oh yeah, we do worry a lot, Oknok, because like most of my work is done by you. Let's be honest. So I don't want to lose you. Okay, if you guys have any more questions, I think we could have time for one or two spawn points on mobs. I didn't have it in the list, so can you just like if we could display spawn points? No, I don't think so.
Uh, yeah, I'm not.
I don't think
I'm
we
not
we
sure.
asked this one. Oh, so wait. Hmm. So, but like, you already have beds as respawn points, right? Like that's how it works right now. So you think like you could choose between like sleeping in a bed and making a gravestone for yourself? Oh, well, I don't know. Aleš, you decide. Like it is an interesting idea, but it would kind of, you know, fight with the system that we have now.
Yeah, I mean, spawning like this, spawning at Tombstone, isn't it like doesn't it work like the other way around? Like you people are not getting really like born there. This is where the journey ends
You don't know what's
usually.
happening in America? I mean, it's possible that it is like customary to give birth in your future grave. Oh, that would be so creepy. But all jokes aside, I think this would create a very big problem because some troll player could place this in his map in like in a cave or something, kill you, and you would spawn inside a cave with no way out. And how are you gonna escape then? Like how are you gonna get out? Also, I always make things weird. It's what my mom used to say.
Okay, so maybe if we so what would be like the scenario where you would use this like just for so you would create a game or a world, let's island where you oh okay Valhalla.
For Valhalla. Like, yeah, I can see in a lot of these cases where you guys create these amazing things, it would be very useful. But I'm really worried about this being abused. So, eh, this can really go either way, to be honest. Like, I can see this as some system implemented in custom scenarios, which we can already do because, like, we can script in those. So, if that, like, one thing that like, comes to my mind is that if you guys created a map that would be, let's say, this Valhalla or something, and send us in this map and like write me on Discord about how you think it should work, we can then script it and submit it as custom scenario if Aleš is okay with that, because we can always use more custom scenarios.
Yeah, sure. And oh, by the way, this is really great point. Like we we definitely, I mean, even before players or creators get to have their creations in Explore, uh, we can if we can definitely do some um, like if you feel you would be able to create uh, something like or well let me put it in other words like when 1.1.7 comes out, take a look at what we've done with those custom islands. And if you think you could do something like that yourself, then we would be more than happy to add your island to exploration, as long as it like keeps some general rules. But yeah,
We will
that would
always have
be
to check them and everything, but
yeah. But having player made content uh, in exploration already would be pretty sweet.
so yeah, I think this would solve this issue about the random spawn points and stuff. I think this is the only way I think I can think of right now, to be honest. Okay, I think this is everything, and we started on time and now it has been an hour. Like, this stream is going so well. I don't want to like jinx it or anything, but I'm very happy. Yo has question. No! I knew that was something. Other plans on when first person cam might be back?
Uh, Plans. I mean, we discussed it, or well, we keep discussing it. This keeps coming back like so often that I think eventually will we will bring it back. The question is in what way. Uh, it would be it would be really easy to just enable it and have it there as but like super in a super buggy way, uh, which is something that we don't want. I know that some players would probably like this, but it doesn't really uh, feels right to do something that, like, when we try to polish the rest of the game to just like have this thing that I mean, I've spoken a million times about why what the biggest issues are, but the thing is that there are definitely plans to bring it back. Bring it back. I can't tell you exact date or update, but I'm pretty sure it will return. I would say, like, personally, I would love for it to return this year. That's as far as I can go with these predictions.
Cool. So be careful not to promise anything that we can't deliver on. But I believe in you, Aleš. When you say it's possible, we will make it. Oh, I broke the camera. Good. Sorry, guys. I can point at Aleš. Look at it, guys. No, he's from India. Okay, I think I think this is place where we should stop. I'm getting too distracted. This could be the
Yeah,
last
I
stream
think
of
I
my
think
life.
this is getting a little bit out of hand. So
I'm red. Okay. So thank you guys for coming. Sorry for, well, me being me, and see you guys tomorrow for the editor stream. And in 14 days we will see Aleš, or Aleš will be see you on Friday for another, mini games or something like that.
yeah, not this Friday though, but I think that the next one would be fine.
Cool.
So
Okay, and Spirit, I am gonna get this till the next stream. So next time I'm gonna paint Aleš like angry eyebrows and stuff like that. It's gonna be great. Okay, so thank you for stopping by, guys, and see you next time. Bye.
I thank you guys.